Have you ever noticed how certain dates and numbers seem to carry a special kind of energy? September 12th at exactly 2:22 is one of those rare alignments that people across the world are beginning to pay attention to. This isn't just about a date on the calendar or a time on the clock. It's about the way numbers, energy, and human consciousness come together to create a powerful moment. Think of it like a cosmic doorway, one that quietly appears, waiting for those who are ready to walk through it. The sequence of 222 is not random. In numerology and spiritual teachings, repeating numbers are seen as signs or codes from a higher field of intelligence. When these codes show up in alignment with specific dates, many believe they open what we call portals. A portal in this sense is not a physical doorway but a shift in energy that allows you to step into a different version of yourself and your reality. September 12th is a unique key and 222 is the lock it fits into. Why does this matter? Because we often think our lives change only through external events, new jobs, relationships, or unexpected opportunities. But the truth is, reality begins to shift inside us first. When we tune into moments like September 12th at 2:22, we align with a frequency that makes inner change easier, smoother, and faster. This alignment gives us a chance to leave behind the weight of old patterns and step into something new. It's not magic, it's resonance. So, as we begin exploring this powerful day and time, think of it as an invitation. The universe is not pushing you or forcing you to change. Instead, it's offering a chance to align with a higher frequency. Whether you choose to step into this portal or not, the energy will still be there, ready to support transformation. The question is, are you ready to unlock your next reality? Numbers have always carried meaning beyond simple mathematics. Cultures throughout history have seen numbers as symbols of energy, vibration, and even divine communication. The number 222 is one of the most fascinating examples. It is often described as the number of alignment, balance, and harmony. When you see it repeating, it acts as a reminder that everything is coming together, even if you can't yet see the full picture. On September 12th at 2:22, this vibration becomes amplified, almost like a bell ringing across the fabric of time. In numerology, 2 is connected to duality, light and dark, inner and outer, past and future. But when it repeats, as in 222, it no longer points to conflict. Instead, it points to union. It speaks of balance within yourself, peace between opposites, and the creation of something new. This makes 222 a number of manifestation, but not in a forced way. Instead of pushing or chasing, it invites you to align with the natural rhythm of the universe. When you align, what you desire flows more easily into your life. Many people miss these signs because they expect big, dramatic changes to announce themselves. But the energy of 222 is subtle and gentle. It sits like the soft voice that says, "You stir exactly where you need to be." When this energy appears on a powerful date like September 12th, it's not just about noticing the number. It's about feeling into its meaning. It's a moment to ask yourself, where in my life do I need balance? Where am I ready to harmonize the past with the future? So, as you step into this alignment, don't think of 222 as just a lucky number. Think of it as a frequency. Just like music carries vibration, so do numbers. When you tune into 222, you're stepping into a vibration of calm strength and creative flow. On September 12th at 2:22, this energy is like a wave passing through the collective. If you're aware of it, you can ride that wave into a higher version of yourself. September has always carried strong energy shifts. It sits between the fiery months of summer and the reflective months of autumn. Symbolically, it's a bridge, a time of transition and preparation. Within this transitional energy, September 12th stands out as a significant marker. This isn't just about seasonal changes. It's about the way energy in the cosmos moves in cycles. Certain dates act like pressure points, where energy converges, and September 12th is one of those pressure points. At 2:22, this convergence becomes even sharper. Why is timing important? Because the universe operates like a giant rhythm, much like the beat of a drum or the flow of the ocean tides. When you step into rhythm, things flow with ease. When you're out of rhythm, life feels heavy, stuck, and full of resistance. Cosmic timing is about noticing when the rhythm of the universe opens into harmony with your own inner rhythm. September 12th at 2:22 is a window where that harmony becomes available. This timing is not random. Numerologically, the date itself carries the energy of completion and new beginnings. The 12th day represents cycles closing and fresh starts beginning. When combined with the 222 sequence, it creates a moment where the past, present, and future meet in one energetic point. It's almost like standing at the intersection of timelines with the option to choose which direction you want to take next. For those paying attention, this is a moment of power. So, when you hear people talk about portals, don't think of something far away in the sky. Think of alignment in time. Think of a moment where the calendar, the clock, and your own consciousness align. That's what makes September 12th at 2:22 so special. It's not just about noticing the numbers, it's about stepping into the energy they represent. When you do, you give yourself the chance to move with the rhythm of the cosmos instead of against it. That's when reality begins to shift. When people hear the word portal, they often imagine something external, like a doorway opening in the sky. But the truth is far more personal and far more powerful. The real portal exists within the human mind. Every thought you have is like a seed. When you plant it in the fertile ground of your awareness, it grows into experiences, choices, and eventually reality itself. The mind is not just a container for thoughts, it's a gateway. And when certain cosmic alignments occur, like September 12th at 2:22, that gateway becomes wider, easier to walk through. Think of your mind as a bridge between the physical and the unseen. On one side, you have your daily life, the jobs, relationships, routines, and responsibilities. On the other side, you have the vast, unlimited field of potential. Normally, the bridge feels narrow. We cross it slowly, step by step, often held back by doubts, fears, and old habits. But during energetic portals, that bridge feels wider, stronger, and more stable. The possibilities on the other side seem closer, more reachable. This is why moments like 2:22 on September 12th matter. They're invitations to step further onto the bridge. What makes this so important is that your inner transformation always comes before outer change. Many people spend their lives waiting for external signs before making a shift. But if you learn to see the mind as a portal, you begin to understand that change starts inside first. Shifting a belief, releasing an old identity, or embracing a new vision of yourself is the key to walking through that inner gateway. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. Portals like September 12th at 2:22 are simply opportunities to do this work with greater ease and support. So, as you approach this alignment, remember this: the gateway is not somewhere outside of you. It's within your own consciousness. The date and the numbers are simply markers, like signposts reminding you to pause, align, and step forward. If you use the mind as a portal, you don't just walk into a new reality, you begin to shape it with every thought, every intention, and every act of awareness. It's easy to think of portals and alignments as purely mystical, but modern science actually gives us a language to understand them. One of the most important concepts is frequency. Everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. Your body, your thoughts, even your emotions. When your heart and brain are in harmony, your body sends out a coherent frequency that aligns with higher possibilities. Scientists have measured this state and found that it allows people to think more clearly, feel more balanced, and experience deep levels of intuition. So what does this have to do with September 12th at 2:22? When dates and times align with repeating numbers, they act like reminders or signals for the collective consciousness. They invite us to pay attention, to pause, and to reset our frequency. If you think of your body like a radio, portals are the moments when you can tune the dial more easily. You can shift out of static and into a clearer channel. This shift doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you consciously choose to raise your frequency through practices like meditation, breath work, or setting intentions. The fascinating part is that frequency shifts often feel subtle. You may not notice fireworks or dramatic changes. Instead, you might feel calmer, more centered, or more open to new ideas. You might notice synchronicities, little coincidences that reassure you that you're on the right path. These are signs that your frequency is adjusting. Over time, small shifts in frequency create big changes in reality. Just like water slowly carving a canyon, your consistent alignment shapes your life in powerful ways. So, science and spirituality aren't in conflict here. They're two languages describing the same truth. Frequency is the bridge that connects mystical portals to measurable reality. On September 12th at 2:22, you have the chance to tune your own vibration more clearly. By doing so, you step into a state where transformation is not only possible but natural. The more you align with this frequency, the more your life begins to reflect the next reality waiting for you. Behind the physical world we see every day lies something scientists call the quantum field. This is the invisible web of energy that connects everything. In the quantum field, time and space don't work the way we normally think. Instead of being linear, everything exists as possibility. Every version of your future is already there, waiting in potential. The choices you make, the emotions you feel, and the energy you hold determine which version of reality you step into. This is where the idea of portals truly begins to make sense. Numbers like 222 act as keys that unlock your awareness of this quantum field. They're like codes reminding you that reality is not fixed but fluid. When you see 222, it's not just a coincidence. It's an invitation to recognize the field of possibilities around you. On September 12th, when the time aligns at 2:22, that invitation becomes stronger. It's like the universe is saying, here's your chance. Which reality do you want to choose? The portal is not about leaving this world. It's about stepping into a higher level of awareness within it. What makes this so powerful is that the quantum field responds to energy, not effort. You can't force your way into a new reality, but when you align your thoughts, emotions, and energy, the field begins to mirror that back to you. Suddenly, opportunities appear. People enter your life, or ideas surface that were invisible before. The portal of 222 helps amplify this process by focusing your attention on alignment. It's like a magnifying glass that intensifies the energy you put into the field. So when you think about September 12th at 2:22, imagine it as a moment to access the field with clarity. It's not about waiting for something external to happen. It's about stepping into the awareness that you are already connected to infinite possibilities. The quantum field is always there. The portal simply makes it easier to see, easier to choose, and easier to shift into the next version of yourself. The most powerful way to unlock a new reality is not by changing your outer world first, but by changing the way you see yourself. Identity is like the foundation of a building. Everything else, your actions, habits, and results, are built on it. If you believe you are limited, your life will keep reflecting limitation. But when you shift your identity, your whole reality begins to reorganize itself around that new belief. This is why intention is so powerful. Intention is the spark that starts the shift in identity. When you set an intention, you're not just making a wish. You're declaring a new version of yourself. For example, if your intention is to live with more peace, you're not just asking life to give you peaceful moments. You're stepping into the identity of someone who is calm, centered, and resilient. Once you adopt that identity, your actions naturally flow from it. You speak differently, you react differently, and people begin to treat you differently. This is how reality changes, because you changed first. The portal energy of September 12th at 2:22 makes this process easier. It's like a current of energy that supports you in stepping into the new version of yourself. Instead of fighting against old patterns, you can ride the wave of alignment that this date and time offer. The key is to be intentional. Without intention, the energy passes you by. With intention, you step into it consciously, using it to reinforce your identity shift. So, if you want to unlock your next reality, begin by asking, who do I choose to be? Not what do I want, not what do I lack, but who am I ready to become? The clearer your answer, the stronger your shift. Remember, reality follows identity. When you choose a new identity with clear intention, you don't just step through the portal, you become the portal. Energy is the true currency of transformation. Every thought you think and every feeling you hold produces energy that radiates outward. This energy either opens doors or keeps them closed. Emotions are especially powerful because they carry vibration. Joy, gratitude, and love create high-frequency energy that attracts new opportunities. Fear, doubt, and resentment create low-frequency energy that reinforces old patterns. If you want to step into your next reality, your emotions are the fuel that powers the journey. The portal of September 12th at 2:22 amplifies whatever energy you bring into it. If you carry old emotions like anger or guilt, the energy of the portal will reflect that back to you. But if you approach it with feelings of openness, gratitude, and curiosity, you'll notice how easily new opportunities begin to show up. It's not about being perfect, it's about becoming aware of what you're feeling and choosing to shift into emotions that align with the reality you want to live. This is where practice comes in. You can't always control your first reaction, but you can choose your second. When something stressful happens, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, what energy do I want to fuel this moment with? When you make conscious choices like this, you begin to retrain your emotional responses. Over time, this creates a powerful momentum. You stop repeating the past and start building the future you desire. So remember this truth: energy is the gateway, and emotion is the key. The more you master your emotions, the more you align with higher frequencies. On September 12th at 2:22, this alignment becomes even stronger. If you bring your best emotions to that moment, the portal becomes a mirror reflecting back your highest potential. That is how energy and emotion work together to unlock your next reality. Most people see repeating numbers like 222 and think of them only as signs from the universe. While that's true, there's a deeper layer that often goes unnoticed. The connection between these synchronicities and the human energy system is profound. Your body has multiple energy centers, each linked to specific aspects of your life: survival, creativity, love, communication, intuition, and higher awareness. When these centers are in balance, you naturally begin to notice synchronicities like 222. The numbers are not random, they're signals that your energy centers are aligning. Meditation is one of the most powerful ways to bring balance to these centers. When you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and focus on each energy point, you begin to shift the flow of energy through your body. As this happens, your awareness expands, and you become more sensitive to signs in the external world. That's why people often notice repeating numbers more frequently during periods of deep meditation practice. The outer synchronicity is simply reflecting the inner harmony. Now combine this with the timing of September 12th at 2:22, and you have something extraordinary. This is not just about noticing numbers on a clock, it's about recognizing that your inner system and the outer universe are mirroring each other. Meditation allows you to consciously align with this mirror. When your energy centers are balanced, you step into resonance with the vibration of 222, and your whole reality begins to feel different, lighter, clearer, and more connected. This is a rare insight, because most people separate numbers, meditation, and energy work as if they are unrelated. In truth, they are all connected. Synchronicities are the universe's way of communicating with you. Your energy centers are the channels that allow you to receive and interpret that communication. Meditation is the tool that clears those channels. Together, they create a cycle of awareness that helps you step into the next version of yourself. September 12th at 2:22 is simply a perfect moment to experience this cycle at its strongest. Every reality you live in is shaped by the patterns of your past. The thoughts you repeat, the emotions you hold on to, and the habits you perform daily create a kind of timeline. Most people stay locked into these old timelines because they don't realize they have the power to break free. September 12th at 2:22 acts as a reminder that you can step out of these loops. You don't have to keep repeating the same story. The portal energy helps loosen the grip of the old and makes it easier to step into the new. The old timeline often shows up as familiar struggles. Maybe it's the same kind of relationship problems, financial stress, or recurring doubts that hold you back. These patterns are not random. They're programs running in your subconscious mind. When you live unconsciously, those programs keep repeating. But when you become aware, you can interrupt the cycle. That's what stepping through a portal means: breaking the loop and choosing a different path forward. The key is awareness. The moment you notice you're about to repeat an old reaction, you create a gap. In that gap lies your freedom. You can choose differently. You can respond instead of react. You can pause instead of falling into the old script. This is the moment when you shift timelines. You don't have to know the entire future. You just need to choose differently in the present. Each new choice creates a ripple that builds a new reality. So when September 12th at 2:22 arrives, see it as a chance to break an old timeline. Reflect on the cycles you've been living. Ask yourself, what am I ready to release? Which patterns no longer serve me? The clearer you are, the more powerfully you'll step into the new. Remember, portals are not about escaping reality. They're about freeing yourself from the past so you can write a new future. Portals don't just open doors to new realities. They also act like mirrors. They reflect your current vibration back to you so you can see where you stand. September 12th at 2:22 is one such mirror. It shows you what you've been creating with your energy and emotions. If you've been aligned with gratitude, joy, and trust, you may notice synchronicities and opportunities arriving at just the right time. But if you've been living in fear, doubt, or resentment, the mirror may show you more of the same. The portal doesn't judge, it simply reflects. This mirror effect is actually a gift. It gives you clarity about what's really happening inside you. Often, we trick ourselves into believing we're moving forward when in reality, we're still carrying old energy. The portal shines a light on these hidden truths. If you pay attention, you'll see what needs to change. And the best part is, the portal not only reveals the truth, it also provides the energy to make that change. Think of it like standing in front of a mirror in your home. You can ignore what you see, or you can adjust yourself. The mirror doesn't lie, but it doesn't force you either. In the same way, September 12th at 2:22 is a chance to look honestly at your reflection in the energetic mirror. What you see is not permanent, it's just a snapshot of where you are in this moment. And once you see it, you have the power to shift it. So don't fear the mirror effect of the portal. Embrace it. If it shows you alignment, celebrate and keep moving forward. If it shows you misalignment, take it as a call to adjust your energy. Either way, the mirror is here to help you grow. By using it wisely, you can align with the next version of yourself and walk confidently into your new reality. One person's intention is powerful, but when many people focus on the same energy at the same time, the effect multiplies. This is the power of collective consciousness. On September 12th at 2:22, countless people across the world will notice the numbers, set intentions, and open their hearts to transformation. When this happens, a field of shared energy is created. This field is stronger than any single person's energy. It acts like a wave, lifting everyone who tunes into it. Collective energy is not just a spiritual idea. Studies in meditation and group focus have shown that when many people come together with the same intention, measurable changes happen in the environment. Levels of stress drop. People report more peace, clarity, and synchronicities. The effect is real because consciousness is connected. Each individual mind contributes to the larger field, and the larger field reflects back to each mind. When you step into the portal energy of September 12th, you're not doing it alone. You're joining a collective shift. This means your intention is amplified. The gratitude you feel is magnified. The vision you hold for your next reality becomes stronger because it's supported by the energy of many others walking through the same doorway. This is why certain dates feel more powerful. The collective field is awake and active. So, use this moment wisely. Align your intention not only for your personal growth, but also for the greater good. Ask for peace, healing, and expansion for yourself and for the collective. When you do, the energy you generate will be magnified many times over. The power of collective consciousness ensures that the portal of September 12th at 2:22 is not just about individual transformation. It's about humanity stepping into the next reality together.